Thank you for stopping by the RV Professional Training tab. I want to visit with you about opportunities that you as an individual that has some technical skills can take some opportunity to really expand your horizon. So if you've got a little technical knowledge or you're a person who is a hands-on learner, this program may be ideal for you. There's several different tracks I want you to look at. We'll walk through this a little bit. I want to give you a little bit of background on what's taken place and what got us to where we are right now. But it's all based upon you getting the knowledge that you need to be successful. We might as well go ahead and talk about that elephant in the room. I have it all the time with the dealers. I'll go to a convention, an RV show or something, and they'll share some things with me. And I'm thinking, this is the exact same thing that I'm hearing when I talk to individuals that are looking about making a career change, or someone's just retired and they're looking for something to do, or maybe we have someone that's saying, hey, you know what? I think I want to start and do something different. I don't want that 8 to 5 job. I don't want that factory job. And what's happened is that we've had 4 years of record RV sales. And those sales now translate to a lot of units out on the highway. And those units running down the highway, those that are stored in facilities, storage lots and so on, what that's doing is that's going to create some repair issues for us down the road. One of the things that dealers tell me is that one guy told me, and I had to kind of smile when he said, Cooper, I'm drowning in my own success. He said, I don't have enough technicians to take care of the back end of what my salesmen are selling. He said, I've got RVs going out the door and I've got people coming in wanting to get some service work done. He said, I'm 6, maybe even 8 weeks out before I can get to somebody. So what that does is that creates an opportunity for you and me as a technical type to work in this environment and not necessarily have to work at a dealership. So I'm going to just go ahead and just share with you, how in the world are we going to do this? How can service centers and RV campgrounds and individuals like you and I develop our technical skills so that way we can support all these sales that are taking place and this growth that's going on? And we certainly know that the service requirements that are coming up. Well, let me walk you through some things. Let me show you where we are, what got us here, and some answers. Part of the problem we have is we have a lack of technicians in the United States. Now, it can be any number of things that have led to this issue. Part of it being is that a lot of the technical trade schools are not there like it used to be in high school, so there's not that technical track. Everybody thinks they have to go to a 4-year college, or maybe people are saying, I'm frustrated, I don't want to do that technical stuff, I don't want to get my hands dirty. Any number of things that are taking place here. But let's look at where we are right now. Now, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Standards, they have shared that they have tracked, and they are currently tracking 13,520 individuals that are saying that they're doing RV technician work. Now, that's what they say across the United States. When I talked to the folks at the RV Dealers Association and the RV Industry Association, and they sent me some stats and said, this is where we are as of March the 1st, 2018. Across the United States, we have 2,865 registered, certified, some sort of credentialed technician. Well, when you look over here in the category under Texas, it looks pretty dismal, quite honestly, because you're looking at 233 and I'm one of those. So that means we've only got 232 people in Texas that have credentials that are turning wrenches, which leaves us, I always laugh and say, if you're a math major, you've already figured it out. We're at 10,655 people that are non-certified. They have no credentials, and what we call them part swappers. And that's a lot of times why service work can be so slow, is because the part swappers do not have the ability to troubleshoot, or maybe their skills are not solid enough to where they even know what they're looking at. So what this has done is has created a phenomenal opportunity for others of us that can come into the market and do other things to support what technicians normally would do in any environment. So let's walk through this, okay? Now, in 1941, Albert Einstein was teaching in Cambridge. He was teaching physics. Now, he had a group of seniors that he gave an exam to, and his lab assistant came to him and said, Dr. Einstein, this doesn't make sense. You gave these students, these seniors, the exact same questions that you gave them when they were juniors. Are you sure you gave them the right test? And Dr. Einstein looked at him and said, yes. The questions may be the same, but the answers have changed. The questions may be the same as what they had last year, but the answers have changed. And that's where we are today. We have all kinds of questions that are coming at us. I mean, where are we going to get technical staff? Where are we going to get this? I mean, it's the same thing that I've been hearing 10, 20 years ago. We need more technicians. Where do we get them? How do we train them? And that sort of thing. You know what? The answers have changed. Just like what happened with them in 1941. We know what happened. The atomic energy, what shall I say, horizon opened up, and all of a sudden now we had new technologies, answers to questions that we had never even thought of before. And so this is where we are today. We have opportunities we've never had before staring us in the face. Now, what I want to show you is if you are a professional, someone who says, you know what, I don't want to work for a dealership. However, there's other things I would like to do. I still have a lot of racehorse left in me. If I've just now retired, I still want to do more. Or maybe you're someone who says, you know, I'm looking for a different career path. I despise my job. I know you probably find that hard to believe, that there's many, many people out in the world that despise the jobs that they have, and they're looking for something. So what we're going to look at is an overview. Now, this is a summary. That's what we're going to do here, is talk about what you're going to see and give you an opportunity to click on other tabs. And we'll have a little descriptor, talk about it, and then that way you can kind of see which one fits you, or maybe any combination of these would fit your desire. Okay? But the one thing about it is that in all of these courses on the right-hand side, there is a prerequisite that must be met, and it's RV maintenance training. Now, when you get into these tracks and these programs, I'm going to show you some different ways that you can get this training. But everyone, regardless of if you're going to be an inspector, a mobile tech, you know, a campground maintenance tech, even a certified walkthrough tech, you need to have the RV maintenance training so you understand how things work. So let's dive in here just a little bit here, okay? Now, here's what the RV maintenance training can consist of. You can get this thing from one of three places, one of three options. And all of those options are here on this website for you to look at. It could be the 5-day hands-on training class. And there's a couple of different options even there inside that 5-day training class. If you want something that's geared more towards business, we have a course that's set up to where the first hour and a half every day is business training. Some of you say, no, I don't want that. I've already got that handled. Well, we have another track, another 5-day course that is nothing but technical. And typically it's more troubleshooting than what the business piece would be. So that way, if you're really one of those guys that just want to get your hands on it and that's all you want to do, that's the course you want to take. Now, we have a lot of you folks that are coming to us through the home study option. Now, you know, so where you have ordered that USB drive that has the courses that we had recorded over that last year and put the best of the best, so that way you understand what's going on. Now, what takes place? You're going to be taking an exam to prove that you've understood the material and you grasp it before you move on into these other tracks. Now, there'll also be some of you that'll come to us that have some previous career experience. Maybe you have done technical work before in the RV industry, or maybe you've had some other training and you feel like that you can handle this. What we're going to do is we'll be able to give you an exam, and if you pass that, then we'll just go ahead and give you a special override to where you can go into the RV professional training track that you're after. Okay? Now, when you look at this RV maintenance course, regardless of which option you have, which option you go with, what you're going to be looking at is the core. Now, the core is this light blue circle. And we're going to cover these petals. And I don't know any other way to describe it other than just it's a flower with these petals coming off of it. And what happens is that this core covers each one of these petals in a certain amount of way, in a certain depth. I mean, the 3 electrical systems, you need to understand how they function. But if you come back and want to do more maintenance training, we're going to go a whole lot deeper into the electrical. If you're going to go over here and do air conditioners and refrigerators, we're going to go a whole lot deeper into the propane, the air conditioning and heating and refrigeration, the refrigerators. So based on what you're after, we need to make sure that you at least have the foundation to work with, which is the RV maintenance course. So you have to ask yourself, how do you measure success? Or maybe I should be rewording this. How do I measure success. I mean, are you really enjoying what you're doing now? I mean, like I said, a lot of folks have those dead end jobs, and I've been there. I mean, I was at a position one time that every morning I got up, I just thought, oh, shoot me, put me out of my misery. But I had the golden handcuffs on me. The paycheck was too big and it was hard. I couldn't walk away from it because I didn't see any other options. And you know what? For me, I enjoy helping others. Maybe that's a big thing for you because I see a lot of technical folks, inspectors and mobile techs and people like that that get a lot of satisfaction seeing that someone's problem has been resolved because they helped somebody out of a pinch. Some of you may say, hey, I need to start a business for tax reasons. And that's one of the things I've really enjoyed about hanging out with Mr. Steve Anderson with Work Camper News. He is big on starting a small business because he realizes the tax benefits that you have with a business that you don't have with the brick and stick type job, you know, the regular 8 to 5 kind of stuff. So he's going to make sure that you're introduced to starting a business so that way you can at least be aware of your options that are ahead of you. The other thing is that life changes, and what we know is the more knowledge that you have, the more solid your future is, because now you have an opportunity to go into other careers that are rewarding to you. Knowledge takes that fear away. And obviously you're looking for more dollars. And let me just tell you, anytime there's a shortage, that means people are willing to pay more for something. And that's where we are today. If we were inundated with technicians, opportunities that we have now would not be here. But because there is that shortage, it really, really does give us so many more career options. It gives us the ability to make more money. So I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and sign up for one of the RV professional training programs. You know, go through and take a look at it. Maybe it's an inspector. Maybe it's a campground maintenance tech. Maybe it's mobile tech. I don't know. It might even be a walkthrough tech. But there's all kinds of opportunities that are here available for you. It's up to you to decide where you want to go. So I'll be able to see you in class. We'll spend time together and we'll talk. But come spend some time. Don't just say, I wish I had. Now you have an opportunity to say, I'm so glad I did. So I'll look for you in class at the National RV Training Academy here in Athens, Texas.